What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're excited to be talking about some of the biggest master plan communities that are already in the works or will be coming soon to the Triangle area. Now, look, a master plan community is this wild concept that you don't really see in small towns, but they do become small towns by the time they're built out sometimes. The first one that we're going to talk about, everyone knows a lot about here in the Triangle area, but if you're moving in from somewhere else, maybe you don't know much about it. It's called Chatham Park. And Chatham Park has been in the works for over 20 years, and they just started construction a couple years ago. Chatham Park is a 22,000 home site that is being worked on by a local company here called Preston Development. Preston Development has been in our area for many years, and they were founded by the gentleman who started a local company here called SAS, which is a global software company, and he is a big financial backer of Preston Development. Over the last 20 years, they've worked together to put all these land assemblages together to get the land prepared so that they can build Chatham Park. Chatham Park is going to span over 7,100 acres in the Pittsboro area. It's about a 45-minute drive to downtown Raleigh. They're going to have, like I said, the 22,000 home sites, 22 million square feet of non-residential development, and about 1,320 acres of open space and 667 acres of parkland. I mean, just an incredible place. And like I said, it's a city within itself. This is really taking Pittsboro, which was a small, sleepy town, from a town of about 5,000 people to, by the time Chatham Park is completed in the next 10 to 15 years, it's going to be over 60,000 people living in Chatham Park. As we talk about these huge planned development communities, you can literally talk about a couple of the biggest ones happening in the area are within Chatham Park. So the first one I want to hit on is one that everybody here is really excited about. It's called Aeria, and it's being built and developed by Disney. Disney, of course, is not a real estate developer historically, right? But they have developed one other Disney neighborhood before, and this is going to be the second one in the country. It's going to have 4,000 homes within it. Just an incredible feat to have 4,000 homes within this community. Now, we don't have many details on the community yet as far as price ranges or the types of homes in there. They do say that they're going to have some community within their Disney development that's going to be just for 55 plus community. We assume that there's going to be single family housing along with townhouses. But one of the big things that Disney talks about on their website is that this is placemaking for Disney. This is their ability to come in and do what they do best, and that is tell the story. They're going to tell the story about Disney. They're going to tell the story about the neighborhood, and the people who work there are going to be Disney employees. It'll be really interesting to see how that plays out over the years, but Raleigh and Pittsboro especially is so excited to be one of the first neighborhoods that Disney develops in the entire country. They're expecting to break ground in 2027, so we still have some time before we get to see what this is really going to look like. But for the time being, it is really exciting to see and think about a Disney neighborhood here in the Triangle. All right, so we're also going to be talking about within Chatham Park, Vineyards. This is where you can move to today if you want to live in Chatham Park. The Vineyard section is the first kind of neighborhood within Chatham Park that's getting started. It's been underway for about 2 years now. Construction is active. There's completed homes that you can move into today. So if you're thinking about moving to the area and you want to explore this, let us know. It's filled with all different types of homes and styles, with a balance of this kind of nature and neighborhood and small town charm. They've done a really nice job of kind of connecting the trails and the community all to each other. They have this awesome swim area called Paddles where they have swimming and pickleball. They have a community park, and also within the community, they built a private school called Bailey's Academy. So they have a lot going on within the Vineyard section. Prices are a little bit all over the place. You can buy a single family home for as low as $459, all the way up to an estate-sized home in Vineyards for about 1.1, 1.2. So again, you've got some national builders in there, you've got some smaller local builders in there, and then, in the kind of luxury price range, you've got some of our best and top local builders building in there. All right, and then the last section of Chatham Park that we're going to talk about is the Mosaic. So this is on 15501, which is like the kind of highway between Chatham Park, Chapel Hill, Durham, etc. And this is Chatham Park's first walkable and urban kind of destination. So they're going to have a blend of retail and office, apartment and condo living, as well as restaurants. And one of the coolest things that they have there is an event lawn with an outdoor stage where they're doing concerts and events for families. So if you live in Chatham Park, maybe you live in the Vineyard section, you can head over to Mosaic and catch a lot of the shows that they have going on, go to a restaurant, or maybe you want that condo lifestyle. Well, there's an option there at Mosaic for you. Also at Mosaic is a UNC urgent care, so they've thought about that. They've brought medical care to the area. There's hotels there, which is one of Pittsburgh's first hotels at the Hampton Inn & Suites, which is opening this year. And then condos, of course, they start there around the $400,000 range, or you can look into apartments. We don't have rental rates currently, but I would assume they're starting in the $1,200 to $1,500 range for that. So there's a lot going on within Chatham Park. Like we said, that is the biggest planned community in our entire area right now, 22,000 total home sites. It was really contemplated over the last 20 to 30 years and worked on so diligently. And again, we're still looking at 10 to 15 more years before it's completely built out. We're essentially building a city with Chatham Park. So it's really cool to see. It's exciting to be a part of. So if you're thinking about that, let us know, reach out to us today and we can talk to you more about Chatham Park. All right, let's move on to our next one. All right, so the next one we're gonna talk about is in the Fuquay area in Harnett County. I really like this one. I think it's a really cool development. It's called Serenity. Serenity is being developed by Greenfield Communities, which is a local developer here in the Raleigh area. And they, again, have thought really hard about this land and have discovered an opportunity to, again, make some placemaking opportunities in the Fuquay area. So Serenity sits on 550 acres in Harnett County. And one of the cool things about Serenity is that it's single family homes only. There's no townhomes. And I think oftentimes people get tired of seeing communities where they're really trying to squeeze in as many homes as they possibly can. And I think one of the cool things that they've done at Serenity is not necessarily try to yield as many units as they can, but they've rather thought through it and built the best community that they see fits the land. And so that's what they've done at Serenity. Now, there are gonna be over 1,200 homes in Serenity, so it's a huge community, but they've excitingly already sold out the first phase and they're on pace to sell out even more soon. So around a third of the neighborhood is gonna be for 55 plus community. But one of the cool things is that they have some of our favorite local builders as well as some national builders. So the national builders, which is gonna probably take part in the 55 plus community, is David Weekley Homes. A local builder that we really like is Garmin Homes, and they're gonna be working in there. Dries Homes is gonna be working in there. And then in their 800 plus, up to $1 million, 1.2 range, they're gonna have two local builders, ICG builders, and then a favorite of ours, AAA Homes, in there as well. AAA builds an outstanding house. They're based out of Apex and just a really good builder in the area. So it's exciting to see these local guys come together and bring local partners in to develop this community. All right, so at Serenity Hall is gonna be the central kind of gathering place where they're gonna have a fireplace and a fitness center and a catering kitchen with more than 3,700 square feet. They're also gonna have a swimming pool, or as we call it in Fuquay, and they call it on their website, a swimming hole. Welcome to the South. The outdoor pool is gonna be a junior Olympic-sized pool with a kids splash zone and an adult lounging area. They're gonna have Serenity Retreat, which is gonna have a tranquil setting with shrubs, trees, and flowers, as well as yoga platforms and seating throughout. I love this one. They're gonna have a hammock station where you can go hop on a hammock and listen to music or just take a nap. I would love to do that. They're gonna have Serenity Courtyard, which is gonna be between the post office and Serenity Hall, where homeowners can enjoy outdoor fireplace or movie night or a farmer's market or other festivals. I mean, they've really thought through this, and they're really providing a place where families can go and not have to leave. Serenity is really cool. It's one of the ones that I'm most excited about to see it kind of come together and be finished out over the next couple of years. Prices in there are in the 300 to 800 and all the way up to $1 million plus. And I expect that Serenity will finish out sometime in the 2026-2027 range. So if you're thinking about Fuquay, definitely an area to think about. I would highly recommend checking out Serenity. All right, the next one we're going to be talking about is over in Knightdale. It's called Brio. So this is one that's still kind of in the works, and we don't have a ton of information on who the builders are going to be yet, but this is going to be on 375 acres in the Knightdale area and have around 1,100 homes. So they've got this kind of map where they're talking about doing a couple different areas: Brio East, Brio West, and then Brio Active Adult. Brio West will be about 267 homes, Brio East 288 homes, and then Brio Active Adult over 500 homes. So we're seeing a trend here where people are continuing to build these 55 plus communities, these age restricted communities. And part of that is just the continued growth of boomers who want to live in our area and who already do live in our area. Brio East is also going to have about a 3,000 square foot clubhouse with a fitness center, a catering kitchen, pool, splash area, pickleball courts. Of course, you got to have pickleball courts. Then there's going to be a connection park, which is going to connect you to Brio West and having a pavilion, an event lawn, an outdoor space, and an outdoor fitness area and fire pits. There's going to be kids' playgrounds throughout, pocket parks throughout, and of course, jogging and walking trails. And Pooches, which is going to be a dog park. So really excited to kind of see this community come together. Like I said, we don't have a ton of information on it yet, and as we get more, we'll certainly tell you about it. But this is something that's coming to the Knightdale area. So we've covered a wide range. We've gone all the way to Pittsboro, to Fuquay, and now we're in Knightdale. So as you can see, these developers are having to extend their radius out a little bit further. There's nowhere to build 22,000 homes within the Raleigh area anymore. It just doesn't exist. So to do that, you have to go to Pittsboro, or to build 1,200, you've got to go to Fuquay in Harnett County. So this is kind of the future that we're going to see, that this continued sprawl of these developments is going to be a little bit further out from the core downtown Raleigh area. The last community we're going to talk about is over in the Wendell area. And no, it's not Wendell Falls, though of course that's one of the most popular master plan communities in the area. This one is pretty large itself. It's called Weathers Landing, and it's going to have over 900 homes in it. It's being developed by Lennar. Lennar is currently going through the rezoning process with Wendell for this, but their plans are very interesting. There's going to be 922 single-family homes as well as townhomes in the community. It's going to be located on roughly about 300 acres off of Rollsville Road, which is kind of slightly north of Highway 64 and 264 in the Wendell area. When looking at their site plan, it looks like we're going to be looking at about 751 single-family homes and 171 townhomes in the area. Of course, we don't have any pricing yet. It's much too early for that. They are still in the rezoning process. They haven't broken ground on this yet. Again, master plan living isn't for everyone, but if you want to be able to go home and stay in your neighborhood and not have to travel for activities or things to do on the weekends, these are places that I would highly recommend considering. We've talked about Pittsboro, Wendell, Knightdale, and Fuquay. So we've got a little bit of something for everybody here based on location, and each community has its own nuances and things to love and things to think about. So if you're thinking about moving to the Triangle area, reach out to us today so that we can talk to you about these master plan communities that are in the works or under construction right now, or learn about other communities that we know about that are already established in the area that have similar features. If you want to learn more about Pittsboro, where Chatham Park is, click our video here, learn more about the area. Like I said, there's 22,000 homes coming to that area. So you likely will go to Pittsboro at some point if you move to the Triangle area, so you can learn more about that here. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.